Hey everyone, welcome back. So today's Thursday. Kind of a mixed bag on the markets today. Some of the markets were up, some of the markets were down. Bitcoin was kind of crazy today, so we'll take a look at Bitcoin. Obviously, we'll see what's going on with it. We'll take a look at the miners also, and then we also do have a little bit of news on Bitfarms. They provided their August update, which is pretty good. They're always like one of the best ones to do it, so one of the first ones to do it. So it's always great to get that information from them. And I think that's about it that we have going on today. So as always, you guys know the drill here. I'm investing in following coins and companies for full disclosure and not financial advice. Do your own research as always. All right, so let's take a look at the markets here really quick. So the S&P was up a little bit today, 0.3%. The Dow Jones was up 0.45%. And I just lost everything. What happened here? Let's go over there. Okay, NASDAQ was down a little bit. So for some reason, I just lost that app. All right, let's continue on here. So Bitcoin, as you can see here on the daily chart, it is kind of crazy today. So it started out pretty high, around here, around 20,050 or so. It basically went up a little bit. It went down today, and it went back up. Let's take a look at the 1 hour chart. You can see here how it kind of played out. That we started out the day, let's see here, where is it? Bitcoin September 1st, we started out right about here. So 20,050 or so. We went down, we went up, we went way down, and then we went way back up here on the day. So it's been obviously crazy a little bit. Right now, look at the RSI, it's about 57 on the 1 hour chart, which is lower than where it was back here. We were much higher, so short term, it's still not looking good. We'd like to see that flip a little bit, where obviously the price has gone up and the RSI stayed the same or something like that, or has gone down at least. That would be a good sign. Right now, we're still kind of battling it through a little bit. We can see here that we're obviously battling with that support line of 20,000 or 19,500. We came pretty close to it today. We came at 19,569, so about $69 off of it or so. But we've obviously been bouncing off of it here for the last couple of days. My concern is the more times we bounce off of it, the more likely we are to fall below it. At least that's what we've seen in the past. And we'd like to obviously continue going up here. One of you commented here on the channel yesterday. I can't remember who it was, so forgive me for that. But to draw a line basically from back here, which was around, November 9th through the bottom of March 31st. And continue that on, and we can see here that we've obviously been kind of battling with that line as well. Here we can see we battled it here, especially when we got close to going over it. We did go over it for a couple of days, but eventually we fell below it. And we'll see if we can actually muster the strength to get above it here, which would be, if we continue this on, we could be anywhere from September, so tomorrow, anywhere between tomorrow and I'm guessing somewhere on September 12th, 13th. We'll be battling that line here, that trend line. So we'll see if that goes through it or if it goes below it. If it goes below it, then it's probably going to go down even further. And I don't even want to cross that boat because that's just depressing right now. So let's look at the positive. Positive right now is that we're up on it. And we haven't fallen below our support here at 19,500. So that's positive right now. Ethereum is at 1,587 right now. And it has somewhat followed suit a little bit with Bitcoin here. It did. We're looking at the daily, look at the 1 hour chart. It went up, it went down, and then it's been going up here for the past, probably 10 hours or so, 10, 11 hours. It's been going up every hour. And the RSI is looking actually pretty good on this one. It's at 60 right now. We're pretty close to where we were here, but we are higher in price. So I think we're okay on at least in Ethereum. Ethereum has switched on us as far as being a little bit more bullish than bearish right now. So that's a good sign. So that's a positive. All right, let's take a look at the miners here, and then we'll get into Bitfarms, and we'll call it a day. So ANA today was down 5.35% to 60 cents today. Argo was down 3.89% to 43 cents. Bit Digital was down 2% to $1.45. Bitfarms was down 3.85% to $1.25. CleanSpark was down 4.67% to $4.08. Cores was down 3.64% to $2.12. DigiHost was down 12.75% to 75 cents, and DMG was down 4.26% to 21 cents. Green was down 6.17% to 228. Hive was down 4.72% to $4.85. Hut 8 was down 3.45% to $1.96. Iris Energy was down 1.23% to $4.01. Luxfolia was down 12.94% to 6 cents. Wow, they've been getting hammered here lately. Marathon was down 2.87% to $11.51. Mawson was down 2.43% to 69 cents. Riot was down 4.46% to $6.85. Solana was down 13.3% to $2.58. And they've been getting kind of hammered here lately also. I'll have to take a look at to see if any of the miners now are getting into their 52-week low territory again. And Stronghold was down at another 1.44% to $1.37 here. So not a good day for the miners. It was pretty much red across the board here. That's fine. And let's take a look at Bitfarms. So Bitfarms actually had a pretty good production for Bitcoin this month. It was a record production month for them for August. They mined quite a bit of Bitcoins, but we'll get into it here. So Bitfarms provides August 2022 production and mining operations updates. Here's the big takeaway from it. So the initial segment of our first 50 megawatt warehouse in Rio Cuarto, Argentina, is nearing production and will be a key contributor to achieving our goal to deliver 4.2 exahash per second by the end of September 30th. Said Geoff Morphy, President and COO of Bitfarms. That's obviously a good thing. So that would give them at least another 300 petahash increase from where they are right now. And going down here, mining production. So 3.9 exahash online as of August 31st. That's up 278% from August of last year. Excuse me. And 1% from July 31. So obviously a pretty small increase here. We'd like to see that be up a little bit more than that. 141 BTC average so 141 BTC per exahash average for the month of August, which is up 4% from 135 in July. So that's good. 534 BTC mined during August, which was really good. Up 50% from August of 2021 and up 6.8% from July of 2022. So that's obviously good. So pretty good increase there. And they are 17.2 BTC mined daily on average in August, equivalent to about 349,000 per day and approximately 10.84 million for the month based on the BTC price of 20,300 on August 31. I'm actually using the average price for August, so we're going to be off a little bit on that. But I think they're also using the daily price on it, so this is a little bit misleading, I think. And then they have 2,128 BTC in custody on August 31st, representing a total value of approximately 43 million based on the BTC price of 20,300 at the end of the month, obviously. And BTC held in custody on August 31 reflects the sale of 427 BTC during the month of August. So that's actually pretty good. They actually sold less this in August than they did the prior 2-3 months, I think. But we'll get into the details here shortly. And then we got some more mining operations. And you can see here their BTC monthly production for January was 301, 298 for February, 363 in March, April was 405, May was 431, June was 420, July was a nice increase there of 500, and August obviously 534. So pretty much they've been increasing every single month. And February we can say it's because February, I believe, had only 28 days in it, so that's why they were down from January. Otherwise, I think they would have had pretty much positive growth here every single month, except for also in June. They were down to 420 from 431 in May. But it might be also contributed to May having an extra day, I think. And June had only 30, May had 31, I believe. I could be wrong on that. They did obviously update their corporate website. I took a look at it. It's pretty nice. I'm not going to bother you guys with going over it right now. You guys can take a look at it, but it's actually pretty nice. And it's a nice update from what they had. All right, so let's take a look at the numbers that I have for them, and then we'll get into all the details here. So obviously, looking at it here, we have 534 for the month right now. They did increase by about 100 petahash for the month, so that was good. Got about 1,000 miners installed, which wasn't too bad. And they are now, I have them at BTC per petahash. So we're taking the BTC mined, dividing it by the exahash, by the hash rate. So 3,900 petahash, dividing that, we're getting 0.1368 BTC. So that's obviously a nice increase here compared to July, along with June, May, April, and that's probably their best month yet, it looks like. Yeah, it's possibly their best month. So we're looking at them possibly mining 11.9 million in revenue if we're using the Bitcoin price, the average Bitcoin price for the month. So the way I calculated that is over here. We have it at 22,366. And the way I did that was I just punched in the numbers here, all the prices, daily closing prices of Bitcoin for the month of August. And then I came up with the average of it. And that's coming up here now. So that's already put in. And let's get back to Bitfarms. What else can I tell you guys here? So obviously increase of 34 BTC over July, which is good. 6.8% increase on that. And we can see here that they sold 427, which is the same what they reported. We can see here that they sold in June quite a bit, 3,351 BTC. In July, they sold 1,623. And now in August, 427. So obviously almost, a quarter of what they sold in July. So that's really good. And they possibly made about 9.5 million on that, depending when they sold it. So that's obviously going to help them with expenses, operations, things like that, and possibly for their growth as well. So that was good to see. They still obviously have a HODL position of 2,128 BTC, which is good. Valued at about 42,700,000 roughly. HODL to market cap is about 17% of that, and each share has about 21 cents of HODL position if you're invested in them, which I am, as you guys are aware. Current hash rate, they are at 3.9. Future hash rate, we have them at 7.5. They're about 51% operational right now. Future hash rate growth, about 92% left to increase. And hash rate average per miner is about 91 terahash, so not too bad. They do obviously have quite a bit of shares outstanding, 201 million roughly. Based on the market cap that's provided to us and the stock price, we're calculating there's about 201 million shares out right now. Oh, one thing I did forget to do, which I will do, is I forgot to look at the institutional. Has that changed at all? And with my application not working, let me see if we can get it to work here. So bear with me. I'm going to do something so you guys can see me and not see what's going on in the background here. And let's see if we can get that application back up and running here. And it went dark on us. There we go. Okay. So let's take a look at Bitfarms here really quick. Bitfarms, and we'll plug the data in. So we still have, looks like, one buy rating, which would, let's go back here. One buy rating, and that would go over here to add row above. Let's do this really quick while I'm with you guys. So I don't forget, 9122. We still have zero, one buy rating, one hold, one underperform, one or zero sells. Price target did go down to, where is it at? Did go down to 380 from 547, so that's not good. But what do the analysts know anyways? Okay, so there's that. Institutions, let's see if we lost any institutions there or not. 111. Okay, so we actually increased by one, so that's good. It's good news. Shares is 32,650,000, so shares actually went down. 32,650,000, and that was 101. Percentage owned is 16.39, so that went down a little bit. So it looks like some of the institutions were selling it right now, in the past month at least. Sold a little bit. Some sold, some bought, but net was a loss of about, what is that, 900? No, not even that. It's a loss of 250,000 shares or so. All right, so that's not too bad. Then let's take a look at what we actually have here, which are the miners that got installed in August. And we're looking at these 103 terahash miners. We installed about 100 of those, or 1,000 of those. So we still have quite a bit left to go here. They're kind of behind here. These are from April. So obviously I still have a bunch of from May. So they're a little bit behind on their schedule. Everything else down here looks like it's installed. And then we do have the S19 Pros XPs, which we don't know when those are coming in. They're supposed to be in 2022. So maybe we'll get a word on those hopefully soon. Because we're already in September. So you got October, November, December. We got basically 4 months left in the year. All right. So there's all that information. And what else can I show you guys here? So right now we're looking at the quarter being at about 33 million, depending on September, how that one plays out. That's probably going to increase a little bit, I would think, as long as Bitcoin doesn't fall too far. Bitcoin goes up in price. That's obviously going to help quite a bit in September. So it could be anywhere between 33,000 where we are right now, and maybe a high of 35 or 36,000 or 36 million, and possibly a low of, if it goes down to 17,000 for whatever reason, we could be down to about 31 million or so for the quarter here. Since July and August are pretty much in the books, we're just now working with September here. So based on all of this information, looking at the last 3 quarters and the combined current quarter, we're looking at about 174 million in revenue. And if we're using the 50% net income from gross revenue, we're looking at about, with a PE of $28.69 on the low side, and then 75% net income from gross revenue, looking at $13.03. And one other update that I did do is for clarification and to kind of remove any confusion, I did change this to MCAP divided by revenue. So we're looking at the market cap here, dividing it by the revenue, combined totals revenue. So this is gross revenue. And that's kind of what we're getting as far as what their market cap per revenue is, or ratio, market cap to revenue ratio is. So it's 1.44 right now, which kind of coincides, which is pretty close to where they are actually trading right now. If we look at the actual PE here, well, that's 87 cents or $1.25. They're $1.30. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty close. This PE is showing 3. So way undervalued in my opinion. But not financial advice. You guys have to do your own research on this. This is just me. I am looking to buy some more of the Bitfarms stock. I don't know when. I'm trying to pull cash together. Hopefully next week sometime I'll, put in maybe buy maybe another 1,000 shares or something like that, if possible. If I'm lucky, maybe 2,000 shares. Kind of dollar cost average down a little bit as best I can on them. What else can I tell you? 52-week high was $9.36. 52-week low was $1.04. So we're getting close to the 52-week low. We're obviously way off from the 52-week high. They have been growing nicely. The good thing is increase in hash rate has been happening pretty much every single month here. I don't see any month where we were down in hash rate. We did have obviously 2 months where we were down a little bit in BTC production, but it wasn't bad. It might have been obviously for the number of days in each month. That could have had the effect on it. So for that reason, I really do like the stock. And I do want to pick up some more while it's still dirt cheap. And there was something else I want to show you guys here as well, but I'm going to put it on me for really quick. And let me see if I can pull this up really quick. And I'm going back and forth. I got a lot of stuff in my head right now. Let me see here. Where is it? Where did it go? There we go. Okay. I think I can do this now. Let's do it. Okay. We're going to track this. We got 564 days left before the next Bitcoin having it's an estimated date, which is March 19th. So I think within the next, we still got probably a good year or so before we start taking off, I think. Maybe 9 months if we're lucky, before Bitcoin starts going back up in price. Obviously with the halving event, it is going to be crazy for the miners. They're going to have their revenue cut in half, and we're not too far off from that. So I think Bitcoin's going to start pulling back up like it has done in the past. But right now, we're just going to be trading sideways here. Maybe have a little bit of a run, come back down. Hopefully we don't go too much lower, but I do think we're going to be bouncing here a little bit in the meantime. So I think this is possibly a good time to dollar cost average in if you can. Not financial advice, as always. Do your own research, but at least that's what I'm doing. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys. And that's it. That's all I got. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We're waiting for the other miners, obviously. Hopefully we'll get some more information from other miners tomorrow. And then we also have the unemployment data coming out tomorrow. That's going to be interesting to see how that's going to affect Bitcoin and the stock market as well. And possibly next week we'll have the CPI data come out as well. That's going to be a real test as far as where the Fed is going to go with the interest rates, whether they go 75 basis points or 50 basis points. Hopefully they go 50 basis points, but we'll see. So got a lot of stuff going on here, possibly tomorrow, and then next week we'll be covering it all. So if you guys do enjoy it, hit the like button, subscribe, helps me out tremendously. And that's all I got for you guys. Spreadsheet is always available to my Patreon members. Thank you to everyone there for their support. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great night.